We all know girth is important. I'm talking about my blowout brush. What were you talking about? This is the Wavy Talk 1.77 inch Blowout Boost Grande. And I've been loving this one because it really helps me get that big 90s blowout look that you know I love. So I'm gonna show you how I do it.
First things first, let's section the hair. I usually section in about 3 parts, and I always make sure the very top part is in this like bouffant because I want to make sure that I maintain the volume while I'm styling the rest of my hair. So the very bottom section I always do in this C-shaped curl because I feel like this is like the foundation. So it has to like hold everything together like the frame of a house. And what you're going to want to do is start at the root, roll down a little bit, roll back up to the root and down, and back up and down until you reach the bottom of the hair. Otherwise, if you start from the bottom up, you're not really getting the heat all the way down to the root. I'll usually separate the middle section into, 2 or 3 parts, just depending on how much time I have. And here what I'll do is the same thing where I heat the root and roll back down, but this time I'm over directing the hair. So whichever direction you want the hair to lay, you want to pull it in the opposite direction. You see how here I'm pulling it towards my face or like almost in front of my face. And then I'll go ahead and release the hair. And then right after I do that, I apply a little bit of texture spray just to maintain and hold the shape. See how full and bouncy it's getting already? And then I go ahead and do the same exact thing on the other side, with the exception of how I release the brush. On this side, I do like a little twirly thing to give it a little bit of a curl instead of a C shape. And I do that because I don't like my hair to look too symmetrical. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just feel like the hair looks a little bit more interesting when it's not all doing the exact same thing. And then again here, I just add a little bit of texture spray. And then for the very top section, I section it into 3 parts. And for each of the sides, what I do is I direct the hair forward, but I roll the brush back. And I hold it at maybe like a 45-degree angle and then do that little twisty thing. And then for the center front, I roll it backwards, but slightly off center. And then when I release the brush, I pull it all the way back behind my head. And that gives me that little signature flippy thing that I love so much. And I'm telling you, this Wavy Talk Blowout Brush Grande not only saves me a ton of time, but gives me exactly what I want.